Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for bearing with me. If you're watching this on on YouTube, welcome to a brand new day of Road to TCG Worlds 2018. If you're live here with me on Twitch, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Hopefully the stream isn't lagging or anything. Thank you so much. And we are now moving on to Golisopod Garbodor. So Golisopod, the same card we featured just in the previous match, but with a much bigger line of 4-3, 210 HP, first impression dealing 30 plus 90. If it was on the bench, armor press dealing 100 and taking 20 less damage. And then finally Crossing-Cut GX dealing 150 and switching to the bench. We have the 3-2-1 Garbodor line. The more I use Garbodor, the more I felt like Trash Challenge was key to the deck as a late game finisher. That's why we are running 2 Trash Challenge, dealing 20 damage for every item card your opponent has in their discard pile, and a single Garbotoxin, which if it has a tool card attached, it denies abilities. Now we have a 3-3 line of that, or 3-2-1. We have Tapu Koko, Oricorio, and Sudowoodo for support. Sudowoodo plus Garbotoxin seems a bit redundant, but it makes sense, I feel, because if Zoroark decks struggle with the ability lock, after they get out of the ability lock, then they still have to deal with Sudowoodo, so I feel like it works out nicely. And then we have the 3 Tapu Leles for extra support. As far as supporters goes, we have 4 Sycamore, 2 N, 2 Kuzma, 2 Bridget, 2 Acerola. So a lot of evenness there. I would love an extra actual Acerola, but I don't think it can fit. And then for item cards, we have 4 Ultra Ball, 3 Verse Seekers, 3 Choice Band, 2 Enhanced Hammer, 1 Heavy Ball, 1 Rescue Stretcher, 1 Computer Search, and 4 Floatstone, along with 3 Choice Bands. And then finally for energy, we have 2 Basic Grass, 4 DCEs, and 4 Blend Energy, which allow us to power up both Garbodor and Golisopod. I have the basic energy in order to give us some cover for all the hammers going around. And let's jump into ladder and try to showcase this deck. Last time we used it, had a lot of lag that made the video basically unwatchable, which was very sad because the games were actually very good. So if you guys have any issue on the stream, please let me know. And Diamond Swallow, I don't think there is any best deck in Expanded. There are a lot of really good decks. Playing what you're most comfortable with is what is advised, but Night March, all the Zoroark variants, Sableye Garb even could potentially be one of the best decks. It's just difficult to tell. Anyone else of the opinion that full arts look worse than the regular arts? Vortex, I know there's a lot of different opinions. The full arts are actually a lot more clean, and that's what I like about them. But yeah. Tainisha Paulo, I just want to say that you're my favorite PTCGO creator. I like your reasoning and you are so humble compared to other top players. The only thing your channel is missing are meta and deck discussions. Thank you so much for the kind words. I really appreciate it. We seem to be up against Vespiquen now. And yeah, I wish I had time to do all of that, but with all the coaching that I'm doing lately, it's really difficult for me to do all of that, but I would love to include those type of things. So maybe in the future there will be a possibility. But thank you so much for the kind words, and trust me, I keep all feedback and suggestions very seriously. I take all of that very seriously, and I seriously wish I had 24-hour days of pure work just so that I could do everything I want to do with the channel. But you know what? The more of you guys that watch, the more of you guys that follow and subscribe and support me on the platforms that are Twitch and YouTube and stuff like that, that really helps because that means what I do for a living and to cover my costs and stuff gets better covered, like all of that on Patreon, and then that means I can dedicate more time to content creation and less time to coaching. But I do have to balance between what allows me to keep doing what I do right now. So, but thank you so much for the kind words. Promo Golisopod GX or bot. Yeah, that's also an option. We see Kecleon, we see Zoroark. Why would you want Kecleon? Oh, okay, Imitak. That's a really good card for the Zoroark mirrors, actually. What do I coach, Darkus? I coach Pokemon. I coach Pokemon, not soccer, just Pokemon. Would you be a commentator if you were offered the job? I would consider it, but it depends on the working conditions, I guess. I don't know if they get a regular salary. I don't know if they get I generally don't know how it actually works, so I really couldn't tell you exactly, but I would consider it for sure. Okay, so we're gonna lose the 2 Guzmas here, but I still have Vespiquen to access them. I think I do want to set up Garbotoxin Garb after I use Lele to find an N. Just to deny my opponent's setup even further, because he definitely doesn't have the strongest start here. So now that I have the N, I will set up the Garbotoxin Garb. This seems to be Zoro Vespiquen, yeah, based on the unknowns and the Zoroark. There's already a Zoroark in the discard pile. So yeah, I would assume it is, but I can't say for certain just yet. Okay, so there's another Wimpod. I will attach the grass here. And then I will take the knockout on the Oricorio. We're missing a choice band to knock out the Lele next turn. That's okay. We're gonna get a Sycamore of our prize cards. Not ideal, because we would lose the double Acerola, but if it's what we need to do in order to win next turn, then we will definitely do it. You remember playing Vespiquen at your league and pissing everyone up? That works. Tablemon was definitely a deck that a lot of people did not like. Okay, so there's this Zorua. There's a Field Blower immediately to reallow abilities for now. There's an unknown. So yeah, this has to be Vespiquen, right? I mean, maybe it's Zoroark with unknowns, but I would assume it's with Vespiquen. Ultra Ball for Shaman, I would imagine. Another puzzle discarded, another Zoroark discarded. My opponent grabbed Shaman EX. He plays another Skyfield and plays Shaman. Okay. So my opponent plays Sudowoodo immediately. I can just get rid of the Lele, that's fine. Do you think Leafeon GX, Vileplume, the CDI GX will catch on in Expanded? Maybe, because the healing that Leafeon offers is actually really nice. So yeah, maybe it could catch on. I think its decks are so aggressive now, and in Expanded there is Hex Maniac. So Vileplume is less bad, I guess. Pablo, on a scale of 1 to 10, what is your excitement for the game with the new sets? I'm really looking forward to the new set. I think it's going to be very impactful. But I honestly haven't given it as much thought as I would like to. Just because of I have to focus on Dallas, and then I also have to focus on Sydney, which is right before Collinsville. I am going to Collinsville, but those tournaments definitely take priority for now. But yeah, I think on a scale of 1 to 10, my excitement level is probably 7 or 8, because I was doing my buy list the other day for the set, and I was reading all of the cards, and a lot of the cards seem really, really, really good. Okay. Do you think Leafeon the CDI could be a top tier contender next format? Possibly. I mean, the thing is, if it gets really big, then Fire would come to regulate that. I think it will be very good, though. It will be a viable contender, at least. maybe not necessarily top tier, but perhaps tier 2. It's just Zoroark is so good. Zoroark is just that good. Okay. There are a lot of Pokemon in my opponent's discard pile so far, but definitely not enough to get a knockout here just yet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 so far. Gonna see a computer search, presumably for a Kuzma maybe. Ooh, a choice band. Does he have knockout here? He has 1 execute. He's recovering 2 DCs. Oh wow, if he's Sycamores here, he probably has knockout. Oh, Colress. Colress for almost his whole deck. Wow. So yeah, he definitely has knockout here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 item cards. So this is where Sudowoodo would have come in really handy. Really handy. I guess Sudowoodo immediately makes Vespiquen that much better though. And Sudowoodo means he will get to discard the Lele, which I'm not happy about. Probably needed to set up more Trovishes, but I haven't drawn into them either. Okay, so energy removal, not too impactful, but it does something I guess. If I spread, my opponent must have Vespiquens in his current hand. So is it worth spreading here? If I go for Golisopod, I 100% need to find Sudowoodo. So if I don't, I'm in trouble. And discarding the 2 Acerolas is also pretty problematic. Wow. Not a single Golisopod, not a single... not a single Ultra Ball. Uh-oh. Okay, so 180 damage, immediate knockout on the Coco. I have ability lock. My opponent must have N at this point, right? But if I... okay, that was probably a bad idea. Well, maybe not. Okay. I'm gonna find Trash Avalanche here. I have 2 blends. Yeah, I should not have... I do not want to deny abilities, right? Oh, this is such a tough matchup now. If I armor press, then my Golisopod cannot go down, which is great. How impactful is that though? Okay, so no blend either. Now they should... my opponent definitely has Kuzma here. Well, he has used 3 versus Seeker so far. 3 versus Seeker so far. So armor press, learning. He only has 1 card left in the deck. Yeah, but I'm sure he can end. If he Guzmas, he loses. Yeah, that's right. If he Guzmas, he loses. His last verse Seeker has to be for N. Pachirisu with Lightning Acceleration was not on the buy list, no. Oh, okay, he has puzzles. So puzzle, double puzzle means special charge and versus Seeker for N? Wait, he hasn't played any N, so versus Seeker for Colress? He hasn't played N, so do we win by deck out? Do we actually win by deck out here? Do we actually win by deck out? Okay, retreats into Vespiquen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Pokemon. Special charge. Okay, special charge to put 2 cards back. That makes sense. And being our only supporter is actually really bad here. Versus Seeker for what? He doesn't have N. For Guzma. Okay. Guzma for ability Garb. Makes sense. Okay. So we get a knockout here, and then we have our last 4 prizes in the Lele and in the Zoroark. My opponent has, once again, 1 versus Seeker left. Is it worth it to end though? Is it worth it here to end? I mean, we probably don't win by deck out, right? It's better for us to try to deny the prizes, I think. Okay, so we just armor press here. I mean, sure, he has trade, but tough matchup for sure. Tough matchup for sure. We have the Vespiquen for either Guzma or Acerola. Probably Guzma. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 Pokemon, so this attack means we should focus on Acerola and then armor press again, right? That should be our focus here. Because if we don't armor press, we immediately lose. And therefore, if we don't... Well, yeah, if we don't armor press, we 100% lose. Because Zoroark just takes a knockout. Unless I don't armor press and then find Sudowoodo. Then that might give him enough Pokemon. Okay, how do I go about this? Yeah, I think I definitely Acerola here. How many DCEs? Okay, that's gonna be the second one. Yeah, I feel like we might not be able to win here. Do I go for the Sudowoodo now? Do you think streaming helps you more or also partially distracts you from your play? Honestly, I think it distracts me a lot because I want to pay attention to the chat. I want to talk fluently. I want to say everything that's on my mind. It definitely distracts me a lot, and then I make silly mistakes. Okay, I'm generally at a loss as to what to do here. I might have to hope he just doesn't have his last Vespiquen for Guzma. So I don't have another Acerola, and I don't have a way to get another Acerola. Unless I top deck Vespiquen. Unless I top deck the Vespiquen here. Do I go for Sudowoodo? If I go for Sudowoodo, does he have enough Pokemon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14. The thing is, if I go for Sudowoodo, he also removes the Lele and maybe even the Zoroark. Okay. Is that Tord? I don't think it is. Yeah, I need another Vespiquen. I 100% need another Vespiquen. Unless he doesn't have another Zoroark GX. No, even then. Or another Vespiquen. There's the TCE. That's the third TCE. It is real, Third. Okay, hello, Third. Thanks so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for stopping by. Not a fan of your new name. 0 cards. 0 cards in deck by my opponent. For my opponent. Do we win? No, he has the N here. He was saving the N. Does he have his last Vespiquen then as well? We might just have to play the Sudowoodo and use our GX attack. Ooh, this top deck is good. I mean, it's okay, I guess. Okay, so if I knock out here with my GX attack, I go down to 2 prizes, I promote Golisopod and play Sudowoodo. I mean, no matter what, my opponent needs Kuzma, right? No matter what, my opponent needs Kuzma. And I need Kuzma too. How do I drag something up though? If I promote Wimpod, I could just manually retreat, take a knockout. No. The thing is, he's only played 3 Vespiquen, so he must have 1 left. Does he have another Vespiquen though? That's the question. And that would be his last DCE. So, okay, I think this is correct. I don't want to bench Sudowoodo. So, if he has a Kuzma, he has a Kuzma, right? If he has a Kuzma, he has a Kuzma. Nothing we can do about it. We discarded double Guzmas, we discarded double Acerolas, Love of Sycamore. We couldn't find Vespiquen. So either it's priced or he has the game here. Unless he's playing 3 Vespiquen, which I really doubt it. If he doesn't, then we still have a game. A very difficult one, but we still have a game. You miss some Zoroark GX in my deck, Tord? Yeah, I know. I was just playing Golisopod Zoroark. Ooh, there's a victory. Okay, so I don't know why my opponent conceded there. Maybe his last DC was priced. I don't know. If he had already played 3 Vespiquen, yeah. So if he had a 4th Vespiquen, he needed his 4th Vespiquen and his 4th DC to win. Brentley, he was missing one of those 2. If he had the DC, he maybe could have Sky Return, but he didn't have enough turns to take a prize card with Sky Return because he needed to keep the DCE in order for Garbodor to take a knockout. So okay, it worked out. It worked out. Let's go. Yeah, that was a hard fought win for sure. A hard fought and hard thought win as well. Okay, so let's go first. Let's go first. Pretty good hand actually. Pretty good hand. Likely going to waste the computer search, but that's fine. Is this the Sableye guy again? Looks like it, yep. This is the Sableye Garb guy again. Sandblow. No idea who he is. No idea who he is. Okay, so that means well, I didn't bench anything else. Probably don't beat Sableye Garb under normal conditions. Okay, so Coco, and that's it, I think. Yeah, just Coco. Then we have the computer search. Do I want to bench the Trubbish? Probably not. I think I just want to retreat here. I don't play Getsis, no. I don't play Getsis, but I do play 4 floats. I do play 4 floats. I think setting up 2 Golisopods is right. That way I can go between them. Right? Because I do have 4 floats. So I'm gonna set up 2 Golisopod. Maybe not Garb. Okay. Okay, so, immediate Trick Shovel. For an Ultra Ball, that's fine. Ultra Ball is not a big loss here for us. Ultra Ball's away Delinquent and Super Rod. Sable Garb, yeah, Trainer Chip. Sableye Garb indeed. Okay, so there's the Lele. Lele for something. For N, okay. So I don't know what the other 2 cards were. If he's watching the stream, then so be it. Come on. What a hand. Trainer Chip, I already used what did we start off with? I used Garbodor for expanded, then I used Golisopod Zoroark and misplayed a ton. Now I'm using Golisopod Zoroark, Golisopod Garb, and then I will be using Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh Kiawe stuff. Okay. Hello Axel, thanks so much for being here. Incredible hand. Incredible hand that we drew off of the end. Just absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Are these my top 4 for Dallas? Not necessarily. They're just 4 good decks that I wanted to try out today. He leaves me the top deck. That means it's not a good top deck. What a hand. Come on. That's so bad. If Dallas were today, what would you play? Probably Zoroark, Lycanroc, or Golisopod Zoroark. Okay, so there's Captivating Pokebuff. He gets to see my hand. He chooses not to bench the Trubbish for me, which is interesting. Maybe my next card is Garbodor? And he found a Floatstone. This is so sad, guys. What a hand. It's just he has basically locked me for the rest of the game. Well, basically because there's variance, right? He can choose to see my top deck and leave it there, but then whenever I get a good card, he will choose to discard it, and then I could get 2 good cards in a row. So there's still room to to do something here. But yeah, really unfortunate that I drew such a hand. I'll bench the Trubbish and then I'll pass. It's already annoying to play against this deck, and then you dead draw. It's like, come on. Oh boy. Let's try a couple more turns, and then if not, then I will just finish the. Yeah, you know what, guys? It's better. No reason. Let's try to showcase this deck just a little bit better in a different game, and then afterwards we will just move on to Ho-Oh from Expanded. Yeah. Tool drop, probably not, because with no Dimension Valley, tool drop is actually really bad. So we win the coin flip once again. Now we seem to be up against Zoroark Lycanroc, based on the deck bugs of my opponent. Oricorio is not a card you want to see as your starter in that matchup, but at least we have the turn 1 Bridget with the Computer Search here. Ooh, the Heavy Ball is interesting. Okay, so what do I discard? I think Garb and Choice Band are the cards to be discarded here. Ooh, the Garbotoxin Garb is actually prized. I don't want to Lele, I just want Bridget directly, just to use to getting the the Lele for Bridget. And then I also kind of just want to attach the DCE to the Oricorio. I can leave the Trubbish for later, because I only have one Garb. And then I can leave the Sudowoodo for later as well. Okay, so I will attach the DCE, I will retreat into Coco, and I will pass. I have the Heavy Ball for Golisopod, I have the Grass, and I have the End. And the 4 deck choices need more Zoroark in them. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably end up playing a Zoroark deck. I will probably end up playing a Zoroark deck, to be honest. Hello Tablemon, do you think it's good to play 1 Raticate from Evolutions, which deals 60 damage for every special energy in your opponent's discard pile? I mean, it's an okay card. Rattata also has some uses, I guess. There are a lot of tool cards, and it helps you remove stuff from Primal Groudon. It's the only way you can remove item cards or tool cards from Primal Groudon. So, I mean, it's not a terrible idea for sure, and there is a lot of special energy going around. So, yeah, why not? Why not? Okay. So there we go, and then, or do I just Sycamore here? No, I'll end. I do want to the Sudowoodo. How are Zoroark Lycanroc's matchups with Toad, Night March, and Trev? Against Toad, you can struggle a lot. A lot depends on if they're running Sudowoodo or not. Energy denial is annoying, but the basic energy do help you. Like if you set up a Zoroark with basic energy, that's really helpful. Night March, you have Trevenant, you have Seismitoad and Karen, which are also very useful. And then Trevenant, your dark typing, if you step the benching of your Zoruas so that you're not hurt by the evolution, it's an okay-ish matchup. As long as you don't get just completely locked out of the game right in the beginning, but it's an okay-ish matchup. Which is a better overall card, Lele or Zoroark? Yeah, Lele for sure. I agree with Tord. Lele is a little bit better. Okay. So once again, huge shout out to Tabletop Village and Sacker Scoop, our sponsors. Thank you so much for the support they provide us. Thank you so much for the support they provide us to keep the streams going, to keep everything flowing nicely. allow me to see you guys at events, travel, use the cards I need for tournaments, all of that. So huge shout out to them both, Sakura Scoop and Tabletop Village. You guys are awesome. Thord likes Sableye GX the most. Okay, so my opponent has a pretty nice setup here, and we don't have a an Acerola. My opponent has only used 3 item cards so far, so I do have the back-to-back knockout or the back-to-back attack on the Zoroark with this float stone, and because Garbo Toxin is nowhere to be found here, I think this is fine. Oh, you just ordered 8 Zoroarks from Tabletop. Awesome, Diamond 12. I hope you use the link down below. And even if it's not your first purchase, if you use the link down below that has Tablemon as a referral, that really helps out the channel as well. Okay, so retreat and first impression. Do you think they will ban anything and expand it anytime soon? Probably not. I generally don't think so. I generally don't think so. You're from South Africa, so hopefully they get there okay. Yeah, I hope so too, Diamond Swallow. Hopefully they do get there. They do get there safe and sound. And I'm glad you got to use the code. Enhanced Hammer item lock is difficult for Zoroark. Definitely difficult. But they can whiff for sure. They can whiff a few turns here and there. Okay, so retreat into a different Zoroark. Kind of the strategy we are going for. Should have benched the Wimpod. Well, I guess I wasn't counting on my opponent playing a Skyfield. Does he fill up his bench here? Can he really fill up his bench? He has 2 basics. He needs 2 more. Arceus being unbanned, that would be pretty cool. And hello 999 Ben, thanks so much for stopping by. Have I ever played a match versus Chum Lee from Sakura Scoop? I actually have not. I met him at Anaheim, but we did not get to play a match. Ooh, Bridget and TC. Okay, so with the Bridget, the bench is getting full, and therefore the Golisopod is going down. So even though we're playing Garbo Toxin is priced, even though we're playing Sudowoodo, maybe I should have just gone for it on turn 1. Okay. And then it's only been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items. So not even Trash Avalanche can help us here. Not even Trash Avalanche can help us. How do I even win here? How do I even do anything? Do I spread damage with Tapu Koko this turn? And Lele for Bridget for Sudowoodo? Is that my play here? Does spreading even do anything? Yeah, it's not looking good here. He does seem to play a Alolan Mog. I mean, yeah, Alolan Mog and Lycanroc. I'm at a loss here a bit as to what to do here, guys. I just benched the Wimpod, so I can't Acerola. Even if I could Acerola. Okay, I feel like spread plus Bridget seems like the best option here. Okay. So we shall go for that. I'll do it like this. So Sudowoodo means he has to discard stuff. Smack him with Lele. Yeah, that could also work. That puts a lot more pressure. Yeah, 100% needed the Sudowoodo. Okay, now I could use Oricorio. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Pokemon. So Oricorio could take down Zoroark, could take down Rockruff. Or do I just attack with Lele? I think Lele is just gonna be a 2-price sitting duck here. So is Golisopod. But if I use Oricorio to get rid of the Rockruff, maybe I can make my Golisopod survive another turn. I think I'll smack with Lele. Because now his only attacker is Zoroark, I guess. I'm gonna need a choice band though to get the knockout next turn. Or another DCE to use my GX attack to knock out the Zoroark. Yeah. He kept the Grimer, which means Mach is a possibility. We know the Mach is in the deck. He actually plays, wow. He plays 2-2 Lycanroc or 2-1. At least 2-1 Lycanroc and at least 2-1 Mach. How does this man fit everything in? Okay, there's a Lycanroc. Knockout on my Golisopod. Makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 item cards only. Yikes. Trade is so strong. Trade is so strong. Energy on the Lycanroc is also really bad for us. Now we don't have Guzma to pressure the Lycanroc. We don't have anything. Our hand sucks. That's not a Guzma. We can't even end my opponent. That's how bad this is. We cannot even end my opponent. So we need... Yeah. We need to attack with Garb this turn, right? We need to knock out with Garb to not lose. Ooh. Hammer would have been nice. If that was a strong, that would have been really good for us. Okay. So, does he have Guzma energy for a game? Very likely, right? Very, very likely. Do we do anything else? I don't think so. Well, do we defend ourselves against N? We don't need a Zerola. We probably don't need the choice band either. So I'll set up Golisopod? No, I'll grab Lele. I'll grab Lele and I'll keep it. I might just need to Lele for Sycamore next turn. So Trash Avalanche. Highly probable. Yeah, he has so many cards. And we barely got the knockout. I didn't even bother checking. We barely got the knockout. Okay, yeah. The Zorua promotion means there's the energy, there's the choice band, there's the Guzma. Okay. So our opponent's not whiffing any of these games, and we're whiffing a lot. Okay. So maybe this is a subpar deck. Maybe that's the last time where we used this deck. It worked okay. Maybe I should have aggressively gone for Sudowoodo. This card, I mean, Garbotoxin being priced didn't help. But yeah, guys, this will be all from me today. Unfortunately, I don't have time to do the next deck, which I was planning, which was Ho. I will have to finish the stream right here. But I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. It's been really, really cool. Thank you guys so much, and thank you for bearing with me with the technical issues. Those are the cause that I won't be able to continue streaming today, but I will be here tomorrow. I will be here tomorrow in Spanish, most likely. I will be here tomorrow in Spanish. And that will be all from me today, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I will start hosting someone for you guys to keep watching if you want to. I'm sorry I didn't get to keep playing, but I will be back tomorrow in Spanish, and then On Wednesday, not, because I have so many coaching hours, but definitely back on Thursday at some point, okay? So thank you guys so much. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.